Okay, so today we're going to talk about the concept of transactions and relationships. If you just take a look at any old receipt, you'll notice that each one of them has a reference number, which is like a transaction number, and then it has another number which identifies like the store number and maybe a region, something like that. But those are numbers that are tracked in a database. It has the date that a transaction took place and the time. It has the products. And usually it has the person who sold it too, like in this Cheesecake Factory receipt here. The server's name was Alexis H. Maybe this is her number, 1071A. It shows what table we were at, how many people were in the party, the date, the time, and of course all the items that we bought. Each one of these items has its own identifying stuff. All of this stuff down here at the bottom can be calculated based on the price at any given time. So let's take a look at the first table we're going to put in here is our employee table. And the employee table generally has an employee ID. It has the employee's name, address, phone number, date of birth, shoe size, favorite color, whatever it is that you want to keep track of. You'll note that right here we have the key field is the employee ID is the key field in our case. Okay. Remember, all of this is up to you. Some of it is just kind of standard that you normally find in the industry. The second one is going to be our products table, and I created this one here. This one, products, has got product ID. It's got product name, description, size, price, UPC code. Okay. In larger databases, the price might be different, and sometimes the UPC code, since it's always unique, it might be the product ID. But you notice that, like when you shop at large retailers like Walmart or something, they have their own Walmart number. Best Buy especially has stuff like this. They have their Best Buy ID, and then they have the UPC code, which comes from the manufacturer universal product code. And then we have the transaction. So this is going to be an employee selling a product, and it's going to be put together in a transaction. Now we have the receipt number, which is kind of like our reference number over here at Walgreens. And then we also have a transaction ID, which would be like local, all right? Local to the business. All right, so the employee person here in the transaction, you notice we have an employee that's going to get credit for it over here. So I'm going to draw a line here to the employee ID. And one employee is going to sell many of these items, and it's going to record many transactions. And the lazy 8 or the infinity symbol is the sign for many. But the important thing is that relationship there is 1 to many. To many. Sorry, I'm not very good at it. But anyway, 1 to many. So one employee is going to do many transactions. Okay? The products then, the product ID, the product we're selling, is also going to have, hard to draw and hold the camera. Same thing here. We're going to have one product can be sold many times in many different transactions. So that relationship just between those two tables is going to be 1 to many. All right. And so basically what that means is when I put together this transaction, the items that are going to be sold are these items here. You know, I can sell as many sodas as I want, but it's just one soda number is this particular soda. So let's say they had Coke and Diet Coke. They would each have their own product ID. One would be Coke product, and the next number would be Diet Coke. And so when those things get recorded many times in one transaction, many times, but only one of those products. Well, I hope that makes sense, and I hope you all enjoy learning about that.